won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that? Ay, yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my fate, cause these eyes...
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Josh Allen and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
180, 380.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Rivers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Kari Willis there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 34 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rivers on the money, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Right there, 54.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20.
We remind you lots more to come here this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
This is Hines. Give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick
So
off.
they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rivers to Hilton there, 1st down Indy.
1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, we take a peek there at their recent draft class, and this definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks. You better scout them well and hit on those selections.
This one into the hands of Burton. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Campbell making the catch. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Rivers here on target to Pascal. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least.
Allen hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Connection made with Chenault. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Complete.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Rodrigo Blanket.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And Lambeau elbow now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Grabbed there by Zach Pascal, and he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster, but when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's got Burton here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making it?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Westbrook now on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Throwing on second down. Allen. This is Chenault on the receiving end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Allen. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Mostert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mostert. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10. at their own 20.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Rivers now from the 50. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They run with Hines. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for second and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. This likely a must-have, third and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that will be incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The first down throw here for Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So after the INT, it's Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
For the point after.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them. and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the